Here is a guy who takes no days off, Russell Wilson, getting ready to become the starting quarterback, if you haven't heard of the Denver Broncos. OTAs have begun. Nathaniel Hackett, new head coach of the team, on what he wants to see from Russell Wilson in Russell Wilson's first new offense, really, at any point in his NFL career, other than whatever that offense was in Seattle. Here's Hackett.
Yeah, I think it's all about just the command of the system. You know, we want to build this thing completely around him and make sure he's comfortable and watch him come alive. I think he did some awesome things today, utilizing his athleticism, at the same time being able to just be a pure drop-back passer. So I think there were a lot of good things, and we just got to keep on developing that and just the integration of the system and his feels with the rest of the team, you know, how he is with the other guys, wide receivers, tight ends, and just get those guys all on the same page.
They're building the offense completely around Russell Wilson. And look, there are folks out there who just assume that every offense in the NFL is built around the quarterback. It's not. It's not. Certain offenses run through the quarterback, where the quarterback is clearly the most important guy. He's the straw that stirs the drink. For other teams, it's not the quarterback.
The 49ers aren't running their quarterback. Yeah, it wasn't through Jimmy Garoppolo. They weren't going, oh my gosh, we're just like, yes, you're right. To your point. Honestly, it's a good conversation. It is. I mean, yeah, it's only, I think, a rare few that are really like that.
The Seahawks didn't.
No,
exactly. The Seahawks didn't run their offense through Russell Wilson. That was the problem.
Exactly. You're exactly right. Hey, the Tennessee Titans, did they run it through Ryan Tannehill? No. Number one seed in the AFC this past year? No, definitely not. You know, I think, you look at the 49ers, we brought them up. The Eagles, I don't necessarily look at them as a team that's running it through Jalen Hurts. No, he's a part of what they run, which makes them different. Running it through the guy, I mean, even Mac Jones in New England, they're not running it through Mac Jones. They're running an offense, and Mac Jones is running that offense. What we're talking about, what you're talking about, is like what Josh Allen, Patrick Mahomes, where they go, they're doing crap and stuff that just only they can do, and it's all about them and putting the pressure on you through them all the time. That's what you're trying to say, right?
Right. Everything that is done offensively is with the skills and abilities of the quarterback in mind. And you're only running the ball as a change of pace to keep the defense honest. You are there to maximize the talents and skills of the quarterback because he's clearly your best player on the team, and he is the guy that is going to make things happen with his brain, with his arms, with his legs, whatever it takes. That's the guy that you have constructed this offense to get the most out of what he does well and to stay away from the things he doesn't do well. But you know what? There isn't much he doesn't do well, which is one of the reasons why the offense runs through him. That is hardly ubiquitous in the NFL. That is a handful of guys, and that's the point we make. And when people I got a little pissy last night. People were pushing back. Oh, they all run the offense.
No, the Patriots weren't running through the offense through Tom Brady the first two Super Bowls.
You're telling on yourself that you don't know about football if you think they all run every offense through the quarterback. No, they don't. I'm talking about this is the guy. This is the star. We're making it work through him. That's what Russell Wilson has wanted. And now he's finally getting it.
Yeah, he's going to get it. There's no doubt. I mean, that's part of the reason he's there, like you said. It's why he wanted out of Seattle. Denver knows that's why they got him there. And part of the reason they got him there was, hey, Russell, we'll do whatever the hell you want. And we'll talk about it and figure it out and going to make it all fun, and let alone the receivers, the talent they have there. So, yes, this was part of the move for both sides here. Well, player, I want an offense that's all in on me. Team that when we need a quarterback, okay, and if he wants us to go all in on him, we want that kind of guy, let's go. So that's where I want to ask you, Mike, what's more likely when the Broncos let Russ cook? Will it look like, this good Russ cooking, or will it look like this? Not sure.
That's funny. That's funny. That's funny. You can go ahead and take that down. That's really well done. That's not well done, actually. Okay,
look at Russ cook. I think Russ wants that first one better. He doesn't want that damn medium rare steak.
I was on radio in Houston yesterday, and they asked me about the item in the Chronicle, the Houston Chronicle, the newspaper of record in Houston, chastising my grilling skills. They asked me for my response, and my response was, now I know why newspapers are dying.
Right.
Here's why the Broncos are doing whatever Russ wants because of this. Brock Osweiler, Trevor Siemian, Paxton Lynch, Brock Osweiler, Paxton Lynch, Case Keenum, Joe Flacco, Drew Lock, Brandon Allen, Jeff Driscoll, Brett Rippon, Philip Lindsay technically started a game in 2020, and Teddy Bridgewater and Drew Lock. That's why. They want a star quarterback. They have not been to the postseason since Peyton Manning walked off into the sunset, limped off into the sunset, and this is what they're trying to do. Now, will it work? Let's find out. Russell Wilson fancies himself as being every bit as good and effective as Patrick Mahomes. I don't think he's as mobile as he used to be.
No,
and I think that lack of mobility is going to hurt him. He's thick.
He's thick.
He is. I mean, he is. Don't tuck in your shirt thick. The kind of like I had a little too much to eat over the holidays. I ain't tucking in my shirt when I go back to work on. So he's a big boy now.
He is.
He's solid. And you look,
square shoulders, got legs and a butt. Yes, you're right.
You add that armor to withstand the pounding. You give up some of your mobility. But he is definitely a big guy. He's in great shape. He's a professional athlete. But he is like a little mini block of granite now.
Yeah.
And I just don't think he's got that same ability to take off like we used to see, because we don't really see it. He stays in the pocket, lingers in the pocket. He doesn't move like Mahomes, doesn't move like Josh Allen. And I think there's a balance there that they need to strike. If they want him to really be the straw that stirs the drink of the Denver offense, they need some mobility.
Yeah, I agree. And I think that's a legit question. I certainly, would agree with that assessment. That over the last 2 years, and especially even last year, that, yes, it was not as mobile. It was not quite as dangerous when he broke out to run. Still can move, can make people miss, but not to the extent of the two guys you just brought up. I mean, I think that's fair. I mean, those guys are the standard of the sport, in my opinion, right now, as far as making people miss, buying time, in the back end. And really, he's probably also been passed up by Joe Burrow in that category too, because Joe's amazing at making people miss and buying time back there too. So it's something to watch for, certainly, because he's gotten to that age where you got to watch for it a little bit.
And that's one of the dynamics with the top 40 quarterback countdown, an annual thing. Russell Wilson began to slide, not because his skills were diminishing, but because he was being jumped by younger guys who have a higher degree of overall skills than he has. So it's going to be a fascinating chemistry experiment in Denver. Now that they're going to let him cook, can he get it done? Can he really make that offense run the way that the guys who truly have the offense run through them make it happen?
Hi, I'm Mike Tirico, and thanks for watching. Make sure to hit subscribe for the latest news and highlights from NBC Sports.